Steph with thegoodride.com. Let's talk about the Union Legacy bindings. These are Union's new bindings on their women's line. It's 100% women's specific. Yeah, so let's talk about that. The first thing that I noticed when I got in these bindings was how just responsive the ankle strap was. It was like on a dime, boom, you could feel it. You move your foot a little bit, you got it. So, you know, and I'm not really used to that. I'm used to riding kind of the softer bindings, so it was good and bad, because I was like, oh, there it is, there's my heel side. But then once you kind of feel that out, then you know that you got it. Is you flick your foot a little bit, you're changing edges or whatever. So this is definitely their more responsive binding. This ankle strap, I mean, it's like a hard plastic, and the difference that I noticed, especially with my Milans, is it seemed like the structure in the Milan ankle strap was in the middle, whereas these are on the outside. So on the other one you can bend your boot and then you meet the kind of resistance on the binding strap, and this one is up here, so you move it, it moves the whole thing. But it's still, you know, it's still kind of tweakable and stuff. It's comfortable. It is very thin. It doesn't have a lot of cush to it, but you don't feel it. You don't get any ankle bite. Well, at least I didn't on my boot. So that's cool. And then it's got the, you know, just standard Union toe strap here. So works great. No complaints with that. It's got the Union, you know, their standard ratchets there. The other thing that was a big difference was the high back here. You can see that there's no padding like they have on the other bindings, so it's just like that plastic. And then it comes up a little bit on the outside of the calf there, just to give you that extra leverage on there. So that's nice. And they're pretty stiff. You can move them and bend them, but it's definitely stiffer than like the Milan or the other ones. It's just like, you know, right there. And then the high back adjustment though is not toolless, so unlike their little latch thing that they usually have, this one you need a screw, and then it just kind of, you know, moves up and down there. So you just have to premeditate what you're going to do that day and decide if you want aggressive or mellow. But other than that, you know, it's a Union binding. It's got the toolless adjustments here, which I really like. I think they're one of the more comfortable toolless adjustments that I've used. And then same thing for the high back adjustment, just the double kind of screw there. The footbed is some sort of closed cell foam. So what I read from them was that it's supposed to allow for natural canting in your foot when you're using it. So it's pretty stiff. I mean, it's a little bit softer on the toe, but the heel is very stiff there. So it's going to give you a nice response there. And if you're landing, you know, off of big jumps or landing low, you're going to have a little bit more support there than if it was just a collapse. And these are mini disc. It's got the mini disc in here, and it's also channel system compatible. So that's good there. Yeah, so Union Legacy is like, if you're looking for a really responsive but very light binding, that was the cool part about this, then these are a good buy for you. I think it's the lightest, if not, it's one of the lightest bindings on the market right now. And it makes a huge difference. If my bindings are heavy, it doubles the weight of your snowboard. I feel like I can really feel that. So light bindings, thumbs up for that. Yeah, so just a very responsive, aggressive women's binding. So there you go.